Hi, welcome to the Door Talks.
Control yourself!
This video we're just going to talk about random stuff. Is it Hinge? Is it? I don't know what it is. It's just a bit of everything.
Definitely not collect.
It's not collect.
Not, it's not a Tutmas special, that's for sure.
Can't find. I was trying to find a Thutmose. I think it's Thutmose.
Because you deserve a Christmas present.
Yeah, we might still do it, but I can't find episode 4.
No, we had this issue last time. We had to just go like 100 episodes in.
No, but they're all gone. It's on that tonkatsu, whatever. Well, not tonkatsu. That's fucking
right.
You know the one I mean?
It's the fried octopus channel.
Yeah. What's that? You know the one?
Tonkatsu?
No, it's not. No. Tonkatsu's like fucking. It's pork, isn't it?
Yeah,
pork
that's it.
Thingy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so we're just going to chat shit about movies.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
I've watched a lot of shit and a lot of good stuff. Not that much good stuff, actually, thinking about it. But let me tell you, the best one, start off good.
I was going to start off with the best one. Don't start with the good one, because we've then got nowhere to go. People are just going to turn off. Like.
No, because we can talk about more shit stuff later. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll go for like the middle one then. And that was Piece by Piece, the Pharrell Williams Lego documentary thing.
I wasn't a big fan of that set. Not to talk about Lego.
Oh,
probably.
The set was, pretty bad. It only was included in the film for about 2 seconds, and really it was just so you could get loads of different diverse characters.
Yeah.
They always seem to do the same thing.
That's like a cool idea, but the rocket, it just seemed a bit like, here's a thing, here's another thing.
Well, I liked it
didn't seem
graphically, but yeah, the two didn't mesh at all.
It just seemed like
and
random.
Also, like, the whole thing was like hair pieces, and it's like, I don't know, like, none of them had good hair pieces. It was weird.
So was it this?
My issue with
his life, by the way?
Yes.
Like, is that what it is?
Yeah, it was really good. It was beautifully done. It was the music was like needle drop after needle drop, and it was each one was like, oh shit, yeah.
It
was more of like
Spears,
a
boys.
I'm so glad we're at the same place at the same time. It's over now.
It had all of them, and it had little bits of like clips of like music videos while it was going on. Like his whole career was like, oh shit, yeah. It was
but
kind
all
of
the
like,
Lego, as in even the music video bits.
Yeah, all Lego.
Oh, okay,
but like
cool.
doing it was quite funny. There was quite a few like little bits where obviously like there was like Snoop Dogg's hair, and they had to like kind of like sort of like make some Lego-y kind of jokes about what he was doing, and it was quite good. My issue was the hairpiece for Pharrell, which isn't actually a real hairpiece, but was in the film about like 80% of the frames. And he's got this weird sort of bald dome thing. Instead of having the little cap on, the little like stud on top, it's just this weird bald dome, kind of like my beanie, like Homer Simpson's hair. You'll see it. It's not a real piece, or at least have like a little bit of a line there. Obviously, he was like, "No, I don't want that line there, or I'm not doing it."
But wait, do you not get that hairpiece with these set?
Well, it's just never. It's just not that piece. No. That hairpiece doesn't even exist. I would suggest watching it, but only if you're really bored on like a Sunday while you're doing the ironing. An ironing movie.
I think I mentioned, God knows when it was, probably maybe last episode 4. The whole thing, I watched The First Omen, I really enjoyed it. That's not The First Omen, it's called The First Omen on Disney+.
We went through this,
So then I watched a movie called Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney, and it basically came out about the same time as The First Omen, but it wasn't on any, we had to pay for it and it's now free. Right, okay. But they basically came out at the same time. Okay. And it was a very much like an Armageddon.
Was it the one that came out recently with Sydney Sweeney, like after Madam Web, when she was doing all the Madam Web shit? Was it quite a recent one?
Pretty recent, yeah. I think
she's not been around long, has she?
Yeah,
she
but it was like Armageddon and Deep Impact and Dante Speaking Volcano. Do you remember there's 2 movies that are just so both about a young nun starting a new place, and then everyone in the place is plotting to use her for nefarious reasons, and as the film progresses, you find out. But and also loads of shots, because The First Omen had really fantastic cinematography. Like, even if you didn't like it, you go, it actually looks really professional and cool and interesting shots. Whereas this, it wasn't as good, but it was really weird, because it's like there was loads of shots that were really similar. Like, because they couldn't have copied each other. Yeah. It was like, Dennis the Menace situation, where Dennis the Menace and Dennis have created at the same time. But but there's no way they copied each other, because it was too close together.
I filmed the Dennis the Menace film. Yeah, but no, not
with the flower that opens at one time, and then no one ever looks away, and then it's ruined. Remember?
Oh yeah,
it's got that flower. It's like it only blooms once forever, and then it dies. And everyone looks at Dennis has done something, and then they look back, and it's all just gone. I just died.
I think that film is like affected me, because now I can't have beans.
The beans with Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
But no, Immaculate. It was fine. Watch that one first, or just watch The First Omen, because The First Omen was so much better. So I felt a bit bad on it, and Sydney Sweeney. It's the first time I've seen it. I know she's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and stuff. But it's the first time I've not seen it. It's the first time I've seen her sort of act. She wasn't great. She wasn't terrible, but the other girl and the girl in the other one was such a crazy performance. Right. I was just like, this is fine. But yeah, so Immaculate, just fine. Surprisingly violent. I think it was like a PG, but someone's face got like fucking smashed in, like a lot of nuns getting.
A lot of nuns getting their faces
both
smashed
movies
in.
have just got people getting their fucking faces smashed in.
Have you been watching, and I know you haven't, so I don't know why I'm asking, but all you people probably have been, it's Arcane, it's very good. The first 2 parts of it are out.
I've only heard good things.
So good.
I know it's to do with...
After next week.
What's it called?
League of Legends.
Yeah, which I know what it is, but I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it either.
But it's not
just
putting
a
me
really
off
good story.
watching it if I've got time to watch it. It's just having the time.
It's pretty good. I've been watching also the Lara Croft
was that not
Netflix
terrible?
TV show. Yeah, it was. It was really shit. Yeah. Well, I've not finished it, but already I'm like,
why am I doing this? Why?
I don't want to do this. It's one of like Becky's shows that because she really likes the game, so I'm like, okay, and then she's like explaining the characters to me, and I'm like, oh right, okay. And it's just awful. We just watch it to fall asleep to, and obviously I fall asleep really fast, so she has to pause it and then be like, you missed this bit last night, and I'm like, I don't care.
Is it kind of like I played? Do you know like the new Tomb Raider where they did like that trilogy?
Oh yeah, it's not like that.
Or is it based off old,
the?
Like
no, it's based off the new ones. So right, okay. So I thought you meant because they've just done that weird remaster where she's got like triangle boobs still, but it's in new.
Okay, I've not played that.
Yeah,
you know when they kind of brought it back out.
No, where it's like a bit like Uncharted.
Very Uncharted.
It's very Uncharted. Yeah, it's
that vibe.
It's so much more that it's got all the same characters like the big guy, the other guy. All of this is not sunk in at all. But it's quite good. And you're like, oh yeah, he dies in the first one. Oh no, it's that story. Maybe they're doing that story. But yeah, just I don't care.
I did really enjoy those first 2 games. I couldn't finish that. Oh no, because the third game I played on like.
Is the third one the one when you go to Russia and there's a weird witch's house?
No,
I played
that
second one. Okay, I played a bit of that one.
But because I like playing games on stupid hard mode, no, I'm not good at games that just last longer. But there was a bit in the third one where you like swim in and then there's these piranha things, and if the piranha see you, they just instantly kill you. But then because I had it on this hard mode, it only saves like once every fucking 2 hours. Right, so I was just like, I can't do this. Yeah. Like I don't mind dying loads, but it's just like fuck this. I need to replay it. What else was I going to say? Oh, I watched the first episode of The Penguin. It was pretty good. I only watched it like yesterday or the day before.
Right, yeah.
Really good. I'd happily watch Colin Farrell just like in The Penguin, just running around doing shopping or whatever.
See, this is the thing. None of these have ever been good to me.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, not.
I didn't watch
not
any.
Good to me. Like that's like Gotham.
Didn't watch any of them. So
like, like Smallville. Like all these little obviously
right
we all watched Smallville.
Yeah.
Somebody say.
Oh yeah.
That was a really good song.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, sorry, you don't want to be copyrighted. I'm sure they'll be able to get it off that. But yeah, no. So I just never didn't have any faith in this, or like Alfred the Pennyworth Butler's experience.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that. Yeah.
All those ones, like I just don't care. So this one, I was a bit like, who cares? Because Colin Farrell wasn't really my favourite part of that movie. As much as I really, really liked it, and that chase
he's only in it for like
he's not in that
10 minutes probably. Really,
he just sort of is like an exposition guy kind of thing, and he's just Spanish there to sort of
a bit.
What? Oh yeah,
Spanish. No, it's really good. There was basically the only bit where because I obviously thought it was just going to be massively like a downgrade. Yeah, but I know like Matt Reeves and everyone's involved with it, and loads of the sets are clearly the same places. The only weird bit was a little car chase, and literally like a little tiny car chase, and he's got this kind of purple and gold, a bit like the old Penguin colours,
right, okay.
like what's it, Maserati,
right,
and loads of times it's obviously a Maserati, but there was a few shots where it was like a CGI, just for a bit of a car chase. Only literally like a couple of
do that now,
and it was like you didn't. Because the car chase wasn't really for anything.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, you didn't really exist. Because there's a bit where the car's parked on the road and it's got him inside, and I'm like, that car's not even there. Because it kind of zooms in and you can see where it's him CGI'd in it. Just sort of unneeded. And I get it's a budget thing. Because you don't want to close down a road in the middle of a city. And it's, I totally get it, but it was kind of like we didn't even need these shots in.
The classic issue of needing to, when you do any of these sort of superhero films, like superhero TV shows, is like sliding in a bit of adventure and action when it doesn't really feel like it's actually necessary.
It's a lot more.
It's like Marvel does it all the time. Yeah, that's the thing. But things can be like that. But whereas they always think, oh, well, what's this episode's key? What's going to happen in this episode to make it?
I think the only thing that, I say I'm only on one episode. It's really good. I'm going to happily watch it all. But the only thing visually, it looks really good. But I think, I know obviously different like units, but like the first Joker, I've not watched the second one, and the Batman. Do you know the film had like almost like a bit of a film grain to it? So when you saw Gotham, it was never that clear, was it? It was kind of like this is a bit HD, very clear. Like it's a bit too clean.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Even though the sets are all like, loads of sets, but just do you know when especially it's quite odd seeing him walking around in the daylight because none of the Batman is in daylight. I think there's one bit at the end where it's like the door, it's door, but every other bit basically is either really heavy downcast kind of thing, or in the night, isn't it?
That's interesting.
But no, it's good. He's really good, but all the makeup, everything's like top notch. There's no, you can see the money, but no, I'm gonna happily watch it all. It's already grabbed me. Like,
I know how you always talk about how much you love WandaVision, Jay. And you always say every time I speak to you, is like I can't get over how.
I remember watching it and going, it interested me, and then after a certain point, I was like, no.
Yeah. I've
watched it all though.
Is actually probably the second best of the Marvel films, TV shows that have ever come out. So I would say that one's pretty good. Like I actually kind of preferred it. Catherine Hahn.
Yeah.
Mild crush on Catherine Hahn at the moment. But she was really good in that. She might just go away from my subconscious soon. But no, that's really good. I will say, like, it's not like the other ones that are.
There's no sky beams or just flying around for no reason.
Probably there's a bit of that in the penultimate episode, but it's done for about 5 seconds just to sort of appease those people. But the rest of it's actually quite just good. It's quite like witchy.
Just a bit witchy.
I mean, like, it's not like, it's very camp. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously. You can kind of tell it's not like, oh my god, we need to save the earth. It's like, oh, okay.
I was in Waterstones the other day, and literally I was talking to Sasha, my fiance now, and I was looking at like ghosty books, and I was like, do you know what? I don't give a shit about witches. Like I literally said, because it was like,
this is not
the witches, and then it was like, do you know like some book about witches? But I literally said like 2 days ago, I don't give a shit about witches. So
yeah, no, maybe you won't like this then, because it is very witchy.
Shit, what was it? Oh yeah, so I went to see. You've not seen any of the Terrifier movies, have you?
No, the thing is, who the fuck has? Like, it feels like this thing has come out of nothing, and everyone's like,
the biggest
oh yeah, you didn't watch the Terrifier 1 and 2 when they came out. It's a huge success. We're gonna go watch 3 now. And it's like, no one's watched these movies.
Well, I watched.
Did you watch them a week before watching the Terrifier?
No. We watched the first one ages ago, and then as soon as the second. So basically, it's some guy who made the first one. And he's basically just likes making practical effects like gore, and he just made the whole movie for like a couple of grand. Terrifier 1.
I don't think it was a couple of grand, but yeah.
No, it literally was.
It was a couple of grand.
Yeah. The first one was made. This newest one was made for like $2 million.
Okay, yeah.
Made I
always thought
$100 million.
Okay, yeah.
So this first one is just one guy. He does everything, films it right. He does all the special effects, and it's basically a guy who obviously just loves chopping people up, and a lot of face and eyeballs getting ripped off. So basically, it's just a clown going around killing people in incredibly graphic ways. And because there's no CGI or anything, he just makes like whole humans with blood and shit, and then he'll just fucking anyway. So I watched the first 2.
So wait,
each one is just him killing people in more and more crazy. It's do you know it's a bit cartoony?
Are they good? That's the question.
They're quite enjoyable, but it's more like a cartoon. You never like.
Okay. So it's
but it's kind of it's so over the top that it's more like a joke, but it's impressive. But the first 2 movies, the guy just basically did it all himself for fuck all, and they started making money. But then people obviously movie companies want to buy the movies, like the rights, but he's like, no, because he wants full control, final cut. Okay. So this newest one, he just made for $2 million, like got the money together with the money he made from the others. Right, yeah. So it's a very odd movie, because it basically Terrifier 3 at the start, like, these kids are just getting chopped up on Christmas Eve, and you see, like, it doesn't hide anything. Like, it's really, really graphic and shocking. So we go in to watch it, and after a couple of minutes, some people leave. Obviously, the kids are getting chopped up. And obviously, if you've never seen any of the movies, you'll go, fucking hell, this is like very, very intense.
Child was being chopped,
very mean-spirited, like really, really mean-spirited. But then people just kept leaving. But then they'd come back after like 20 minutes. And I'm just sort of sat there, because the story doesn't really matter. You just go, here's this crazy kill scene, here's this thing. And I'm like, but I'm very much watching everybody. And people then just start talking. Like, but basically, it was a bit like everyone was on drugs, and the thing was really weird, because people were just acting. No one was acting pissed, and in the light you can go and get a drink or whatever. Yeah. But people just kept like talking and then leaving for like say 20, 30 minutes. Even people on our road, like, because I thought, people were just leaving because they didn't give shit. But then they come back. It was just like a really off-putting. But it got weirder. So it was really off-putting. And I'm like, probably like 3/4 into the movie. And this couple walked down. And basically, there's an exit on the right. And you always have like a big kind of screen thing, don't you? You walk around to get out.
Yeah.
So this couple walk down, and the woman goes around the corner, and the guy just sort of stumbles off to the left, we're like right in the middle, and just sort of past the front row. So you can see him not like illuminate on the screen, but you can very obviously see him. And I thought,
was he busy?
Yeah, loads of people there.
Right,
we went, like, it was
so
like,
it wasn't like you had like
no. It was. I wouldn't say it was full, but it was like well over half.
Was it around like just Halloween?
When it come out like, well, it wasn't far. It was like the second day it'd been out. It was like this Saturday, Anyway, this guy walks down, and I was like, oh, maybe he's mates with these people at the front, and he's chatting up some bird at the back or whatever.
Classic, like you would do in a cinema,
well,
just moving seats around, and you'd be like, hey.
So anyway, if you imagine, you can actually sort of picture it. If you imagine that's the screen, you've got like the bright screen.
I don't want to look at this, Jeff. Why are you making me look at a light?
See around the screen. It's
right,
just blackness, isn't it? So the guy just walks, and then he just walks into the corner, into the blackness. Because I'm watching it, and he just walks in a straight line into the fucking blackness. So he just disappears. And it was fucking terrifying, because I thought, literally, bullets or an explosion. He didn't have his phone out. Like, do you know you think he's going to go like that, or I'll take a selfie, everyone's behind me at the scary movie or something. He just fucking disappears into the darkness. That's just like, we're fucking going. I was like, we are fucking going.
So maybe that's why
we fucking left.
Maybe
I've never left the movie.
Left. Maybe that's why everyone
because
saw
everything had just been...
But maybe everyone saw it.
It'd been... No, because people before were leaving, it was a proper weird
it was like
vibe, and then that was just like, what? So what was he doing in the corner? It's pitch black. Yeah. He can't see us. We can't see him. Is he taking a shit in the corner? I have no idea. He just completely evaporated. So we literally just fucking left.
Did you not like tell any like?
We nearly did. No, we were really.
What do you mean you nearly did? Why did you not
we
just
didn't
go
know
and
what...
be like, "There's a guy taking a shit potentially"?
Well, no,
in the corner?
I thought 100%. I thought something was going to fire out, or he was going to blow the place up. And then literally, we were like on Twitter going.
Checking
the light going because we were parked really fucking far away and we're checking. Looking back, I should have said something because he might have just been taking a piss, but it was so weird because obviously nowadays everyone was like, "Oh, I'll film myself," but it was just he just evaporated. He went to into the void, and we fucking left. Anyway, so I've seen 3/4 of the film.
It's like not completely dark and sort of like look and see what actually was there. Like, was
he
there
just
like
went like that?
Speaker? Was he wearing all black?
Dark clothing. Yeah. But he just disappeared. The film wasn't scary. The film was enjoyable enough. I'm going to watch it when the rest is on Prime. But that thing was so scary. I was like, literally, our hearts were just like, we thought the building was just going to go or explode. And I obviously would have been guilty because I didn't tell anyone that the guy was in there. But obviously, what were they going to do? Run in?
We thought it was going to explode.
He
so
literally
just left.
It was just proper. I've not felt that like.
That is so weird.
Scared. Like I was scared. I was like, this thing's not right here. Like, why? What were you doing in that corner? Like. Because it's not near the exit.
That's like the ultimate thrill. It's just like jacking off in a corner.
Well, that's what he's doing.
Looking at you.
Like with Terrifier on, when loads of kids getting chopped up. All these kids are like going to Father Christmas at like a mall, and he just like gives them like a pipe bomb and just like blows up all these kids. It's proper violent. But it was, so yeah.
Why did it come out now instead of Christmas?
Well, because I think it's more like a Halloweeny thing. Right. It must have been. I don't know, probably less than a month ago, but I won't forget it. Like literally, it was fucking really, really odd. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
On a different note, The Wild Robot.
Yeah, is it DreamWorks or something?
I think it's DreamWorks. It's got that weird DreamWorks animation thing where they're like, "Hey, remember all these characters that you don't really know other side from Shrek?"
Oh, at the start,
yeah,
like the Marvel
it's like,
thing,
"Oh, look at me!" Yeah, it was good. It was very like when I saw the reviews and I saw the trailer, I was like, this is going to be really good.
I know it's got very good reviews.
And it's got really good reviews, but I wouldn't say it maybe lives up to those reviews.
Is it as good as just the first half an hour of WALL-E?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. I think it's
those kind of vibes, that's what I was imagining.
It's quite those kind of vibes, yeah, but you can speak to the animals because he kind of learns how the animals sort of speak. So it's quite nice in that way. They could have done that a lot more. Yeah, they could, like, it's sort of like he kind of like with his AI, like gets broken or she gets broken, and then she kind of like learns how to speak to animals. It's dead nice and it's really good. But then like, have you seen Mitchell's vs. the Machines?
No, I need to.
Really watch that. That's a very, very good film. It kind of felt like, okay, it's like this, but it didn't have as much heart in it. And I think the reason why it didn't have as much heart in it is because it kind of felt a bit more forced. But I really enjoyed it.
Movie I need to talk about is, I'd probably say it's the best movie I've seen this year, or at least the most memorable.
Okay.
The Substance.
Would you like to start? Would you like to start?
You have to watch The Substance.
Did it come out this year?
Saw it at the cinema, yeah. We saw it probably just after we maybe like did the last video.
Right, okay.
Or after Terrified, we watched. I think maybe before after Terrified, maybe before. It's Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, who I didn't realise till recently is the kid of. She's also in Once Upon a Time in America, in Hollywood. Sorry.
Right.
Her mum's thingy from Four Weddings at a Funeral. What's she called? The woman in Four Weddings at a Funeral.
I don't know.
Maybe that's her mum. But anyway, long story short, Demi Moore and her. I don't want to tell you anything about the movie, but it's The Substance. It's The Substance. It's hard to say if it's like a horror movie or I don't know. It's got a lot. It's got a bit of body horror. It's just incredibly memorable, and it's really, really stuck in my head. I've seen it once, and I can
to watch it again.
Yeah, happily watch it again. The music's really good. All the cinematography is really good. It is on Prime. You can rent it on Prime. It's one of the Mubi. You heard of Mubi? It's like a streaming service.
Oh right,
They picked. It's their first movie. Right, they've like released it in cinemas. But Demi Moore will. If you can get an Oscar or so, both of them, they should win something.
Can you give me a brief synopsis?
Demi Moore's an aging sort of film star. Now she's on telly,
right?
And she is basically been aged out of roles and things. So she takes the substance, and that it doesn't make it. I don't want to give anything away, but it basically there's sort of another version of her. But I'm not saying she necessarily transforms into it. But Margaret Qualley is the other her. But how that works,
like Eddie Murphy is Eddie Murphy.
But how that the process and then it's just is
it kind of like Black Mirror? It's like a different
kind
concept,
of, but it goes by the end. You'll be like, what the fuck is going on? Like it really ramps up. But it's best to just go in. It's a bit, a bit like Mirror, or a bit like a Twilight Zone episode. Go, imagine if this happened. But it does it in such kind of a fun, shocking way, and keeps escalating and escalating. And by the end, you're just like, Jesus Christ. And some of the scenes in it are just like they'll make you fucking like don't eat and watch it. Like it made me feel very. And they're not even the gory bits will make you feel ill. It's other completely normal scenes, how they're filmed. The thing with the prawns, you'll know the one I'm talking about. Just someone eating prawns, it will make you feel sick. You'll love it, Mark. You'll absolutely fucking love
like
it.
It's my dream.
But if it's on Prime, you can rent it for like £4 or whatever. Just fucking rent it. I promise you'll go. Fucking hell! Like even if you go, oh, that was shit. I don't think you will. I think you'll really enjoy it. But Demi Moore, I think she should win something for that. And also in it, she's like, because I think she's 60 now, or she's about to turn 60.
Right, yeah. So
and in it, she's like, you're 50, you're too old, and she looks fucking amazing. Like it's but it's just what I mean. It's quite heavy-handed with obviously girls getting aged out, and obviously men being able to continue careers. There's no subtlety, but it does it in a very fun, shocking way. Where you'll go, but the substance. That's by far the movie I'll remember most this year. Like it probably is one of the best. I'm struggling to think something better.
I cannot understand it. Me, yeah, all the time.
You designed this little guide. You know?
What's this?
So when I go to Aldi,
always take off those. I
I
did design those.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. I stole this. So when I go to Aldi, I always just grab like a box because I want to get a bag. And then I obviously went and I got home.
Try me display.
And I was like, look at this little guy.
Yeah, I did do those.
And I nearly texted you because I stole it.
Yeah, that was me.
But I couldn't get it off the thing. It's too heavily glued.
Are you going to watch it now?
I've seen Big Time Gambling Boss. I saw that with Tommy Sabaru Wakayama. That was pretty good.
Right.
And I've seen Revenge. I'm just pointing at my stack of things over there by, I think, same screenwriter, I think, as Harakiri. But I really enjoyed it. The fight at the end was fucking amazing. What else have I seen?
Transformers 1 was weird.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen Transformers.
Transformers 1 was really odd. It was kind of really shit. Yeah, so just don't watch that one.
I just don't watch it.
Just gonna say, outright, it was like there was no Megatron seemed really safe at the start, and obviously I knew it was gonna happen, but it just seemed like it was like, now I have to kill everyone. It was like, where have you gone now, Megatron? And Chris Hemsworth's not a very good Optimus Prime. He was trying.
Oh wait, I completely forgot that Megatron's the bad guy. Then I was like, why is he killing everybody?
Yeah, Megatron. He's just a bit of a knowledge.
He's just a bit of a knowledge.
He was a bit of a knowledge. It was quite the first bit in Bumblebee is so good, and it's so cool seeing Cybertron as it is. But then when you see these weird jokey kind of it just ruins it.
Is it all?
There was one really cool bit though. Sorry, they go and they get on this train. And they go through to this other secret zone outside Cybertron City or whatever it's called. And then you're going through and it's all set out like a synthwave album cover. If you know what I mean? With all the lines sort of going through and you're kind of going on it. And it's got all the sun looks really cool and vaporwavy. The one thing that I will take from that film is that's got a really good colour palette and it's really animated very nicely in that section. But the rest of it's bad.
You know my thoughts on Transformers, man.
It makes it. I have to say, watching this made me even more go, but why do they need to transform with Cybertron? In Cybertron, it makes no sense because they're so basically the whole point in it is so this nasty guy who's a really, really cool Transformer-looking guy who looks quite small.
It's one of those Transformer-looking guys.
He looks more like a Gundam in a weird way. He kind of looks a bit more I don't know, it's weird.
Have we not been through it? Transformers not bloody Macrosses? Is that not where they came from? Oh, Robotech.
No, yeah, they kind of did Robotech,
sorry,
but like that's not kind of where they. Yeah, but there was a bit of a crossover there. Anyway, so Transformers. But what was I saying about? They take away the cogs. So the really cool blue armor guy, basically, it turns out he's a dick and he destroyed all the other primes, right? And then he goes, and then apparently he just went into like the city and then just took all the babies, Transformers. Big cogs, right? And they all have these big cogs in the chest.
It sounds like you're having a stroke, man.
And they take out these big cogs, right? And so they can't transform. So they're all like miners. So he kind of creates a class system in Cybertron.
Miners as in children, or miners as in they mine things?
I think both. But yes, essentially, everyone just mines shit. Like it feels like they just made like a world of miners. But they're also miners. It's really weird. But they also look like miners because they're all 5 foot tall. They're all 5 foot tall and all the big ones with the cogs are like 12 foot tall. So like they're looking down on them.
Heart or what?
Yeah, it's kind of like the heart, or like the ability to move and transform. So all these other ones just can't transform. They just knock shit and just hammer stuff.
What's the stuff called in the films?
Energon, I think.
Is it the stuff that's kind of like?
Yeah,
you've got like Stanley Tucci's like, look at this thing. And
it's all different things. They're always different. But I think that might be just Soundwave. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, it's I remember it turns like a pill speak. I've only seen like 10 minutes of all the Transformers films combined.
When did you watch that?
Just when they're on telly and something. I learned so much stuff. But
I just watched a 10-minute compilation of all random
That's what all Stanley Tucci did.
Yeah, I just wanted to see Stanley Tucci. I'm a big fan. Ever since he went to Italy, I just wanted to follow him around and watch the thingies.
They kill a lot of animals. They get a bit sad some of those where it's like. Obviously, you have to eat the animals. There's a few where they're like, we're just going to hunt ducks today and just like.
It's just like, leave it. It's nothing to us now. Fuck it off. Anyway, so don't watch Transformers 1. Twisters.
I didn't watch that. I know they don't kiss.
But they don't need to. Why do you need to make it?
Kiss.
Why do you need to make it
Also, I'm really
sexual?
excited for the next. It's not set. A kiss doesn't have to be sexual. It could be
but just like why
it could be loving. I kiss my cat.
Yeah. But like it's kind of like you don't need to necessarily have that. I quite like that about it.
I'm excited for. I'm not excited about Gladiator 2 when I started cinema now.
Are you actually not excited about that? I liked Gladiator 1, and this one's meant to be good.
It's not maybe the first one.
I
don't think you needed.
Yeah, you never needed it.
And I've seen a lot of CGI rhinos and stuff. And the first one, I know it had tigers, but they were real tigers.
They were real tigers
on chains.
But I don't think you can actually. I don't think rhinos even exist nowadays.
There's no rhino. No, but just put them in the fucking film, or at least have man in the costume. Yeah, but they did it on Ace Ventura. What was I fucking looking forward to? I'm actually looking forward to the next Mission Impossible movie. I know you probably didn't see the last one, don't you?
No, I don't really care about Mission Impossible.
Love watching.
You just love
him. I watch them. Yeah, I do love them.
You like him.
But all the Mission Impossible 1 I can watch 100 times. I only watched the last 40 minutes.
Okay.
Why
did you watch the last one? Who was showing you these movies in such a strange order?
I was at a New Year's Eve party and they were playing it on television. Oh, yeah. I started concentrating at the end. Wait, so have you not seen Maverick at all?
No.
Oh, the end, like the last 40 minutes, like.
Is it really good?
Like, I don't know what the start was like, but the last 40 minutes.
Start might have been gash.
What I did is I like to have half Terrifier and then Terrifier 3 and then I just put Top Gun Maverick for that. No, but I just. Mission Impossible 1, I can watch 100 times. It's just a really good 90s, a bit GoldenEye, where it's just like quite a violent 90s thriller. Then all the others are just fucking crazy shit, and I don't care about them that much. But while I'm watching them, I'm like, yes, this is the best thing. And then I can just forget. They're very throwaway.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy Tom Cruise just going all in, like on every one. Like he's on fucking biplanes in this new one, fucking spinning round.
Do you know what I might do? What? I might watch all the Fast and Furious films. I don't necessarily think we need to do it, but I just kind of want to know.
You can do that.
I just can't. Because apparently they're meant to be fun. It's kind of similar thing, I think. Like that's the kind of say about like I think you only care about. I'm going
to put this out there. Mission Impossible.
Yeah, maybe might be better than those.
And less somehow, even though it started much earlier.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 3 was so fucking weird.
I quite liked it though.
Was it 3 maybe? 3 was the one where he fights that old man in all those cars.
No, that's 4. That's Rogue Nation. Ghost Protocol. Oh, Ghost Protocol, maybe. Yeah. 3 is J.J. Abrams, where it's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman's the old man that he fights on the thingy, right?
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman, he just literally fights in a room, and then a car runs him over.
Well, that's what I mean. It's in a room, but it's got loads of cars around it.
No,
like
you're confusing. No, I know what you mean.
It's like the
There's another one where
Senate.
all the cars are coming down, and Tom Cruise is in one, and he just drives out. Yeah, that's a different film. That's a different old man. That's the guy who plays Marconi in Batman Begins. So he does like, I'll shoot you in the bar. That English actor really died quite recently.
Okay.
He's the bad guy, isn't he? And he falls or something. He's like a suitcase.
Yes, yeah, it's all strapped to his arm. But that's not for Team Hobbit. So where does the car come from in the third one?
There's just... What do you mean? There's loads of cars.
You said there's a car that comes and just takes him out.
Oh, because they're just having a fight in like a dirty room. And they roll into the street.
Oh, okay.
Tom Cruise on the bottom.
Well,
Three's the one where they got those things in the head that like explode, and you have to like electrocute yourself to stop the brain.
Okay. And is 4 the one where with the sticks?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Then 5 must be the one.
But now they've gone a bit like silly, haven't they? With all like Benji and all those other characters.
Yeah, but
they're from
like
they weren't
Ving
in the
Rhames,
first one.
No, but they were basically from like the 4th one on. And Ving Rhames.
Yeah, the 4th. Yeah, but they're basically like that's
like
what I mean.
and
I was saying that's when they all become a bit like Benji friendly.
Ving Rhames in the last 3 or 4 movies never stands up. He's the best character because he's always on a computer, and I just love that Tom Cruise obviously makes with Ving Rhames, and it's like you're now because he's in 2 actually. Ving Rhames is from the second one. And he never stands up. And every movie, you're just waiting for him, and he's just like, Ethan, I'm doing this. And he's in a car, and you never see him go from one place to another place. And somehow he looks 25 years older than Tom Cruise. Right, and Ving Rhames is just getting like sweatier and just tired of looking. But obviously Tom Cruise is like, just keep you're in every fucking movie, him and Benji. Like, I think this one might be the last one, by the sound of the thing. I put money that thing you'll replace him, what's he called? Twister's guy.
Glenn Powell.
Henry Cavill's in a different one. He's the bad guy who gets killed.
Glenn Powell's very cool. Yeah, I really like Glenn Powell.
He's a very cool dude. Tom Cruise, I think.
We didn't talk about it because everyone spoke about it. But Deadpool Wolverine, Henry Cavill does this cool little arm.
Oh no, I've seen the thing, the arm reload.
Cool.
But you must have pretty cool in that for.
Well, that was just everywhere. Like a man reloading his arms is ridiculous. So obviously, it's just everywhere. No,
that's a great movie.
That's like 6, isn't it, or 7?
That's quite recent. So there's Dead Reckoning is the one we just had. This one before, let's say Fallout. Okay. He's really good at it.
Maybe I'll watch them.
He's with the moustache.
Maybe I'll watch them. You've got to watch him for the fucking of the Fast and the Furious movies.
The $1 Million Moustache.
I just don't want to watch the second one again. But I don't like that one.
He has the little cut thing we've talked about. I think we spoke about this like 10 different videos.
But like, I just don't want to watch it.
And then he just does that, runs out, and gets on the motorbike.
That's all a stupid thing.
Though, it's John Woo. It's all like doves in slow motion. And,
yeah.
I do love it. I think I broke his jaw. So anyway, that's 2 people explaining about 6 different films that only one of them has seen.
Yeah,
like,
the Venn diagram is very small at the moment. We should probably watch our film that is both of us.
At some point we're going to watch a film, especially Blind Fury.
Get me Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee is dead.
Then get his brother.
Rutger Hauer. I also do circumcision.
Well, that was 2 men chatting about a baby.
Potentially minors, a lot of minor talk.
Yeah, a lot of minors. A lot of minors being killed.
Yeah, probably. We're definitely going to do at least one video before Christmas.
And it will be a Tutmas
and
special.
It's just going to be Tutmas, or it's just going to be Mission Impossible 6. I don't even know. There's a thing where there's like 3 where I don't actually know what.
Rogue Nation, it won't be Mission Impossible 6 because I won't know anything. But maybe we should do a. We should do.
Also, we need to finish. Mate, if you can find a fucking. Where do we watch Tutmas episode 4 with English subtitles?
Does it maybe have to be Tutmas? Maybe we can find something else.
Or something random
thing that actually has more than 3 episodes out. Yeah. Did the original? No, because they were never on. We just thought they would.
No, some of them were, but they said not in your country. Not in your country, because you were saying about.
Well, now I have a Weaponer.
Oh, do you?
I've got a Weaponer. Yeah.
That might work then.
There we go. We can just watch them on a tiny little screen on my phone. Just
yeah. There we go. Right, that was some words from some people. Hope you're all right. We'll see you soon.
I hope you're all right.
Also, I really want the fucking Lego Botanical Garden. There's too much fucking money.
And it's
you need
stupid.
to stop dicking about.
Why is it so wide?
No, I like all the look of it, but just knock off a fucking £100. It's 290 quid. 290 quid.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous.
There's less pieces than that.
Yeah, but it's more fancy pieces there, aren't there? Stupid. I want to buy the X Mansion.
Yeah, so Lego send it to us. We're going to get 45 views minimum.
Yeah,
that's gonna pay off big time.
Yeah. You should. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye. Adios.
Stop mumbling.
I believe I break his jaw.